From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And I'm not sure they stop him. They did. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Scott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Little juke. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. The 20. Come on, the way in, touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. And that's not convincing for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. All right, Charles, well, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talked to one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
43 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game. On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Run for Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime. We'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. They were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. That catch good for only a couple. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson completes it to Evan Ingram. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No
blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over in his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This is the tight end fan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Over the middle to Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Going for the deep ball. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's fielded at the 45. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team. If we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe this one.